I one time, oh my God, this is so funny. I got so scared playing a horror game one time that like I flew back in my seat so hard that like I woke up the next day and I was dead ass, like my shoulders were perpendicular. Like I actually had to go to a chiropractor. Because like one was like significantly higher than the other. And I was like, dude. Oh shit. I was like, I fucked my shit up.
I've had a similar thing. I had like stomach pain the day after one of my Alien Isolation streams just because I'd been clenching and holding, like tensing myself so much during the game every time the alien was creeping around. Yeah,
and I was like, I don't know, I thought it was ridiculous. I'm like, there's no way I hit the chair that hard, bro. But then I was like, maybe.
I like the idea of you going to a chiropractor and then being like, yo, this is a bad injury. You play football or you drop some weights on yourself or something? You just have to sit there like, I played a scary video game and I bumped my shoulder.
Yeah, I don't remember what I said, but I 100% lied. Like I was not honest about what caused this injury. I think I was like, oh yeah, I just slept on it wrong, hee hee. But I was like, immediately afterward, I was like already kind of seeing the effects. And then I went to bed like, oh, it'll just fix itself overnight. And it just got worse.
Oh man, I'm glad they sorted it out for you. That must have been a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it got fixed relatively quickly. I think it was like a day or two. But I just thought it was absurd. I was like, damn.
Well, as somebody else with a fucked up spine, like I go to the chiropractor a lot. Did they put you on that machine where you're like, they belt you all over the place and then it stretches you out, like pulls you apart? I love that thing.
I low-key wish I had one of those at home. I'm not gonna lie, that shit feels so good. But
yeah, like I'm sure it wouldn't be good for you to use it a bunch, but man, it just releases so much tension for like the next week or so.
Yeah, that's great. I do hate though. Okay, listen, I go to chiropractor a lot too. I want an opinion, a second opinion on this. Because I know some people think chiropractors are like scammers, right? And then I feel like bad ones, yes, but there are good ones, right?
There are definitely good ones,
I've definitely had my shit get fixed. How do you feel about those like drop table things?
Which are the drop tables?
It's like where like they'll like lay you on it, and instead of just like adjusting you like how they would normally do it, they'll sometimes like prop up this little thing, and then when they push you down, it'll like fall. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh no, fuck that shit. I don't think I've ever used that one, but I would not use that one. That sounds like too much impact to me.
I feel like they do it and they're like, it's less impact, but I feel like that is like, I feel like it's almost like worse.
Scary.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like apparently that's actually less pressure intensive than like normal adjusting. But like every time I do that, I feel like way worse afterward. Like,
I think it definitely depends on your spinal condition, because I didn't buy one, but I've tried one of those zero gravity beds at one point where it like curls you into like a specific thing, and it's supposed to be like really good for your back and relieve all tension.
Shit.
I swear to God, just 10 minutes in that shit made me feel like my entire body wanted to die. It like lifts your legs up to a certain amount, up a bit higher in your chest. And I don't know, that position just messed me up.
Oh, is it because they want your back to be like perfectly straight and not like have like the lumbar kind of curve?
Yeah, I think no, in fact, it's the opposite. I think it's trying to give you that lumbar curve, but it tries to force you into that position by making the bed like curl up your butt a little bit.
Oh, ew.
And it does not work for me. I don't know if it's like, I've heard a lot of people say it feels really good, but I think that may be people with like normal spines.
Yeah, I feel like it's also, I don't know. They have like ones where, have you ever had to do, most of my spinal issues are like more neck related, but they'll give you like these like things for your neck that you'll like put under it and kind of bend it back. Those shits.
Oh yeah, I do know those ones for strengthening the muscles.
They hurt so bad. Oh my God. I remember I did that and I felt like you ever have like swollen lymph nodes because you're really sick?
Yeah,
it felt like I had that
right underneath your jaw. It sucked.
It felt like that afterward, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "Am I sick, or is it just this?" And then I stopped doing it. It got better. I was like, "Oh my God, it's that."
It was the same thing. Like they once tried to get me to strengthen my neck by doing like the exercises that boxers do, where you essentially tie a thing around your head and then attach like a lightweight to it, and then you just have to like lift your head up and drop it down. you never experience your neck muscles being tired until you do shit like that. And the feeling of being close to having a neck cramp is absolutely fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it's so, sometimes I'm just like, God, can you just give me a neck brace so my neck doesn't have to hold on my head, man? Like, this shit feel heavy. I'm tired. And they're like,
yeah,
no.
well, shit, fuck it. Like, at that point, can you just give me a cortisol shot? It's scary enough feeling that shit slip into your spine, but at the same time, at least it's one and done over. You don't have to worry about like the next few days it getting worse.
Yeah.
If you mope too much, you just end up depressed. Meanwhile, if you can make jokes about it, hopefully other people around you will have some joy as well, and they'll realize, hey,
you might still be depressed, but at least your friends won't be.
Exactly. And more than anything, that way you don't have to be walking around on eggshells of like, can I say anything to them? Or can I at least like talk about it? Like I feel like so many people when it comes to like depressing topics like that are like, they just go silent, and you don't want that. You want people to be able to chat and have a laugh.
I have ranted about this so much. I hate when people will like, especially with medical shit, they'll like ask you a question to elaborate about it. And in my head, I'm like, if I say this, you're gonna be so awkward and down afterward. Like, it's gonna kill the conversation. But I'll say it anyways. And then they're always like, oh, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
And then they just sit there and look at you like really sad. And I'm like, I really don't care to talk about it. Like, this is, you know, I've already grieved this loss in my life. Okay, I'm used to this. But it's like they ask, I deliver, and then they get all awkward, and I'm like, now I feel like you're more sad than me about my own condition. It's so funny.
That's the worst thing, because you've like already adapted to it. You're used to it. It's part of your life. They get so like sad about it, and then it's up to you to make a joke and move on and clear the tension.
Yeah. Like,
it's like, dude, just like at least say something. Dude, oh yeah.
Or just weird. Don't ask then. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
It's just always so funny to me. I'm like, I never really just divulge it because I know that's the reaction like every time. But then there's always just people that are like, how does that work? And I'll be like, do you really want me to explain? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to understand. And it's like, okay.
I'm like, you asked. And then I'll say it. And then they'll be like, and that's my new thing. I'll just be like, you asked, and then I'll just start laughing so I can like move on.
Exactly.
Because otherwise I'm like, damn, I don't even like, they make it awkward for me. I don't even know what to say after that. I'm like,
You just be like, see, my condition is so bad it even depresses the people around me. I'm infectious. Let's go.
Like,
I think that's one of the most funny things is one good way to like dispel the tension after a moment like that is be like, oh, so yeah, so don't get too close to me or you might catch it. And just see them freak out.
It's really contagious, by the way.
Just start coughing, just like, sorry.
No, I had to, since you're an empath, I thought I'd share some of my condition with you.
Yo, have you met one of those people who does do the whole like, oh, I'm an empath. I could tell like you were suffering and I wanted to help relieve some of your thing. You can talk to me, and it's like, shut the fuck up.
They're like, well, in my head, I'm just like, what would you know? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would you know?
They feel like they're trying to lead it into a direction of like, oh, you're such a saint. Thank you for treating me like a normal person and showing me I can live my life. Fuck you. I can already live my life.
I feel like it's more infantilizing, if anything. It's like, they think I need to be talked to like I'm some like sensitive like child, when I feel like in reality, like mentally, I'm probably stronger than you because I'm dealing with this and still sitting in front of you.
Yeah, you've been through so much shit. And at that point, that's the thing. I feel like there are so many things in our lives where people are like, oh, you must be feeling so bad right now. And it's like,
no,
dude, I just had 3 injections directly into my spinal cord a week ago. You think this shit is worrying me?
You think I'm, you know, a needle's worrying? You think this is concerning? Nah.
Do you know how much I pay on my fucking health insurance every month? Nah, we're doing good. This is the baby shit, right?
This is a minor issue. This is like a vacation, if anything. I can finally think about something else.
Yeah. I will say that's something I've always loved about you since you've joined Niji-Sanji. You have been so strong. You've just rolled with the blows when it came to everything. It's been a great feeling. And yeah, the gallows humor has always been great. Your relationship with Enna and just joking about everything dark in the world has been crazy.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I feel like low-key, that is how I cope a bit too. I'm not gonna lie, but it's also like, I don't know. I feel like it's better than like being, you know, overly sad about it all the time. Because it's like,
that's the thing. And it's also like, gallows humor is fine for the person who are on the gallows, but at the same time, if you can make people feel more comfortable just by being open about things like that, it makes everybody feel more comfortable and be able to share things that they're dealing with as well. Yeah. I think that makes the world a more chill place, a more like understanding place.
Yeah, I agree. So we need to keep coping, guys.
Coping. Keep coping.
Coping. Oh my god, I couldn't decide which word to say. It was like
coping sounds good though. I like that.
Yeah. I'm open, you can cope.
One other thing I will say before I have to go is that just I know you're going to do amazing outside of Nijisanji. I know this was always just like somewhere you wanted to be to chill for a while, and that you're going to go on and do amazing things. Because yeah, you've always done like such creative streams while you're here. You've always had like so many unique ideas. So yeah, I will be watching to see what you do in the future. I'm sure it's going to be amazing, and just keep being you, keep doing you, and have a wonderful time.
Thank you, Fulgur. Thank you. You too, bro.
No problem. I will leave. You have a lot of people lined up and waiting to go, so I will at the next person and head on out. But thank you for having me in the Totsumachi. It's been amazing getting to know you. I do hope I get to see more of your work in the future as well.
Thank you, Fulgur.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. My God, he's so nice.